Welcome. Today, we journey to the very top of our planet, Mount Everest, where Earth meets sky in a breathtaking, unforgiving embrace. Everest is more than a mountain. It's a living geological marvel, steeped in myth and history and a symbol of human ambition. Join me as we uncover 20 astonishing facts about the roof of the world. Prepare to see Everest as never before. Mount Everest is the highest point on Earth, a place where the sky seems to touch the land and the boundaries between Earth and heaven blur. Towering above the clouds, it stands as a symbol of nature's ultimate challenge and humanity's relentless spirit of adventure. Soaring 8,848.86 meters above sea level, Everest dwarfs not only the surrounding peaks but also the tallest man-made structures on the planet. Its immense height is almost unimaginable, rising higher than commercial airplanes often fly and dominating the landscape for hundreds of kilometers in every direction. Its summit is so high the air is thin and the world curves beneath your feet. At this altitude, oxygen is scarce and every breath is a struggle. The horizon bends away, giving climbers a rare glimpse of the planet's curvature, a reminder of just how far above the ordinary world they have come. Everest is part of the Mahalangur Himal subrange, a colossal barrier between the Indian subcontinent and the Tibetan plateau. This mighty wall of rock and ice has shaped weather patterns, cultures, and histories for centuries, standing as both a physical and symbolic divide between worlds. Its vertical faces, glaciers, and the infamous Khumbu icefall make every ascent a battle against nature. The mountain's ever-shifting ice, deep crevasses, and unpredictable avalanches test even the most experienced climbers, demanding courage, skill, and respect for the forces at play. For generations, Everest has been the ultimate test, drawing climbers to risk everything for a fleeting moment at the top. Each expedition is a story of determination, teamwork, and sacrifice, as people from all walks of life come together to chase a dream that only a few will ever realize. Its status as the world's highest peak is more than a statistic. It's the foundation of its legend. Everest has inspired countless tales of triumph and tragedy, hope and heartbreak, making it a place where human ambition meets the raw power of nature. Everest is, and always will be, the roof of the world, a timeless titan that continues to captivate, challenge, and inspire all who gaze upon its mighty summit. Everest isn't frozen in time. It's alive and growing. Each year, the summit rises about 4 millimeters, driven by the collisions of the Indian and Eurasian plates. This ongoing geological battle has shaped the Himalayas for millions of years. Erosion from wind, ice, and rain constantly wears the mountain down, but uplift still wins. Everest is a living monument to the power of plate tectonics. The peak Hillary and Norgay climbed is shorter than today's summit. Everest is a dynamic, ever-changing giant. Above 8,000 meters, climbers enter what is ominously known as the death zone, a realm so inhospitable that human life cannot be sustained for long. Here, the air is perilously thin and the body begins to slowly shut down. No matter how strong or experienced the climber may be, the death zone is not just a physical boundary, but a psychological one as well, testing the limits of human endurance and willpower. Oxygen levels plummet to just a third of what we breathe at sea level. Every single breath becomes a conscious effort, and even the simplest movements feel exhausting. The heart pounds, the lungs burn, and the body desperately tries to adapt to the lack of oxygen. But it's a losing battle. Even with bottled oxygen, climbers are not safe. The brain can become starved of oxygen, leading to confusion, poor decision-making, and dangerous disorientation. Life-threatening conditions like high-altitude cerebral edema, HACE, and high-altitude pulmonary edema, HAP, can strike suddenly, causing swelling in the brain or fluid in the lungs. Frostbite is a constant threat, as the freezing temperatures quickly numb exposed skin. Hallucinations are not uncommon, and the mind can play tricks on even the most seasoned mountaineers. In the death zone, a single mistake, one wrong step, one moment of hesitation, can be fatal. The final push to the summit is a desperate race against time. Every hour spent in the death zone increases the risk of irreversible damage or death. Climbers must carefully balance their speed, strength, and oxygen supply, knowing that turning back too late can be deadly. Everest's ultimate defense is this invisible physiological barrier. It is nature's way of reminding us that some places are not meant for humans to linger. Even today, despite modern gear and technology, the summit remains one of the most dangerous places on Earth. The mountain claims lives every year, and the route is lined with memorials to those who never made it back. The death zone stands as a stark, chilling reminder of nature's ultimate limits and the price of pushing beyond them. On May 29, 1953, Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay became the first to stand atop Everest. Their success was the result of a massive, meticulously planned British expedition. After a failed first attempt, Hillary and Tenzing set out before dawn, overcoming the daunting Hillary Step. At 11:30 a.m., they reached the summit, spending just 15 minutes there. Tenzing left an offering to the mountain gods. Hillary snapped the iconic photo. Their triumph was announced on the day of Queen Elizabeth II's coronation, a symbol of human achievement. Everest was finally conquered. Mount Everest, the world's tallest peak, is a mountain shrouded in legend and mystery, and it is known by many names. Each name tells a story, echoing the deep cultural reverence and spiritual awe that people across generations and borders have felt for this colossal giant. Its snow-capped summit pierces the sky, inspiring wonder and respect in all who gaze upon it. The British, during their era of exploration and mapping, named the mountain after Sir George Everest, their surveyor general. But long before this Western name appeared on maps, the mountain was already revered by those who lived in its shadow, who gave it names rooted in ancient tradition and spiritual meaning. In Nepal, the mountain is called Sagarmatha, which means forehead in the sky. This name reflects the way Everest rises above the clouds, touching the heavens, and symbolizes the connection between Earth and the divine. For Nepalese, Sagarmatha is not just a landmark, but a living presence in their culture and folklore. Across the border in Tibet, Everest is known as Chomolungma, or Goddess Mother of the World. This name honors the mountain as a sacred mother figure, a protector and giver of life, revered in Tibetan Buddhism and local beliefs. Chomolungma is seen as a deity watching over the land and its people. For the Sherpa and Tibetan people, Everest is far more than a physical challenge to be conquered. It is a spiritual sanctuary, a place where the earthly and the sacred meet. Before any climb, rituals and prayers are performed to seek the mountain's blessing, showing deep respect for its power and spirit. Colorful prayer flags flutter in the cold mountain wind, carrying prayers and blessings across the landscape. Each flag is a symbol of hope, peace and protection, believed to spread goodwill and compassion to all beings as they dance in the breeze. For many, climbing Everest was once considered a sacred pilgrimage, not just an adventure. Climbers and guides would kneel before shrines, make offerings and prepare themselves spiritually, understanding that respect and humility were as important as strength and skill. These many names, Everest, Sagarmatha, Chomolungma, remind us that this mountain is more than just a peak to be scaled. It is a sacred presence, a symbol of nature's majesty and mystery, and a source of inspiration for all who encounter it. To reach the summit of Everest is not only to conquer a physical challenge, but to honor the spirit of the mountain itself and to become part of its enduring story. Everest's allure comes at a terrible cost. Over 300 climbers have perished on its slopes. In the death zone, recovering bodies is nearly impossible. Most remain where they fell, frozen in time. Landmarks like Green Boots and Sleeping Beauty are grim reminders of the risks. Climbers must confront mortality, sometimes stepping over the fallen to continue. Rescue attempts are perilous and the mountain's tragic legacy endures. Recent efforts aim to clean up Everest, but most bodies remain entombed in ice. The dead are Everest's silent sentinels, a permanent testament to its lethal power. Every ascent is shadowed by their presence. Everest's summit is battered by the jet stream, with winds exceeding 200 miles per hour. These hurricane-force gusts can hurl climbers from ridges and cause instant frostbite. Expeditions wait for rare weather windows in late May, when the winds briefly subside. Even then, storms can strike without warning, as in the deadly 1996 disaster. The wind's roar is constant, a reminder of nature's fury. To reach the summit is to find calm in a celestial storm. Everest's wind is its most relentless adversary. The greatest challenge on Everest is the lack of oxygen. At the summit, barometric pressure is a third of sea level. Every breath delivers only a fraction of needed oxygen. The body struggles to adapt, but even with acclimatization, the upper mountain is barely survivable. Most climbers rely on bottled oxygen. Without it, unconsciousness comes in minutes. Hypoxia impairs judgment and coordination, making every step dangerous. Only a few elite mountaineers have summited without supplemental oxygen, a feat of extreme endurance. The battle against thin air defines every Everest climb. Survival depends on every breath. Everest isn't just for the young. The oldest summiteer, Yuichiro Miura, reached the top at 80. Miura, a former skier, first summited at 70, then again at 75 and 80, overcoming heart surgeries and immense physical challenges. His careful planning and determination defied expectations about age and endurance. Miura's story proves dreams have no expiration date. His achievement is a beacon of possibility amid Everest's tales of tragedy. The mountain's challenge is timeless, open to all who dare. Everest inspires across generations. Everest, once isolated, is now connected to the world. In 2010, cell towers brought reliable coverage to base camp and beyond, powered by solar panels. Climbers now receive real-time weather updates, stay in touch with loved ones, and share their journey instantly. Some say this modernity detracts from the mountain's mystique, but it's a testament to human ingenuity. Even at 5,300 meters, you can video call across the globe, a surreal blend of wilderness and technology. Everest's highest connection is as astonishing as the mountain itself. Our journey to Everest's summit ends, but the mountain's allure endures. Everest is a living giant, a sacred place and a modern marvel. Its story is as vast as its slopes. It challenges us physically, ethically, and philosophically, forcing us to confront our limits and ambitions. The call of the highest point on Earth is timeless, drawing dreamers and adventurers for generations. Thank you for joining this exploration of the world's greatest mountain.